welcome back to my channel. This is a new tag called the Meeting the Community book tag. This was created by Which Kittens Reads on BookTube, who I just discovered today, and it looked like a really fun book tag that reminded me of the sole purpose that I joined BookTube, and that was to get to know others that enjoy books as much as I do and really be a part of the community. So I'm really excited to do this tag. I've already enjoyed watching the other booktubers who have done it, so hopefully you enjoy this video and you can do the tag as well. So for starters, the first question is your name. My name is Drosselin. I get comments on my name all the time because nobody's heard of my name before, and it's spelled with a D and it's pronounced like Drosselin, which is very different. There's a lot of Jocelyn's and Jacqueline's, and a lot of times I get Droslin, but that one's not right either. It's Drosselin. That's my name. My mom swears she heard it on a 90s diaper commercial, and I don't know. I'm the only one that I know of and that many people have known of, and it's a really good conversation starter, I'll say that much. So I was born and raised in Massachusetts, and I moved to Texas for a couple years, I want to say 3 or 4 years, and then I just moved back, and now I'm closer to the Cape, which I absolutely love. My fiance was born and raised out here, and it's like country meets seaside, and it's just perfect. It's where I belong, and I plan to stay here for a while. Pets. This is my second favorite topic to talk about because I have 3 large dogs. We kind of have a blended family of dogs. I rescued a German Shepherd. We think she's either a black cur mix or a dingo mix from Texas. Her name is Cassie, and she's a big girl. She's our biggest. And also while I was in Texas, I rescued a Rhodesian Ridgeback, which I'll post a picture because a lot of people don't know what they are, but he has this cool like mohawk in the center of his back. And I'm kind of a Star Wars nerd, so his name is Obi. And then my fiance brought his rescue. His name is Monty. He's a pit bull, English bulldog, boxer mix, and he's all white, and he's 13. Cassie just turned 6, and Obi will be 5 in November. And yeah, we all live under one roof in a very small house, and I'm a huge animal lover through and through, and these dogs are my life. I talk about them all the time. You probably hear them in a lot of my videos, but yeah, they're my best friends. The next question is your most binge-worthy Netflix show. Now, they just took this off in January, which I was super sad about, but Friends is my all-time favorite show. I watch it all the time. It's on cable still, thankfully, and it's usually always playing in the background. I even bought a book based off of like the manuscript, so I'm kind of obsessed with Friends. Other than that, the last thing I binge watched I think is probably You. I really liked that one. I read both of the books. Here's Cassie making her appearance. Thank you. Okay, sit. Oh, thank you. Okay, go. No. I'm actually sitting on the floor for this video. Usually I'm up in my chair, so whenever I'm on the floor, they think it's playtime. I actually have been watching more Hulu than Netflix, and I think the last thing I binged on Netflix was The Act, which was based on the Gypsy Rose story. Here's the other one. I loved you. And that movie was so good. I watched the documentary right before that show because I wanted to, compare the similarities and differences. And it was spot on. The acting was great. I can't remember the actress's name, but I actually really like her, and she did such a good job. I highly recommend checking that show out if you haven't already. I also have like a guilty pleasure of binge watching The Challenge on MTV. I don't know why. I absolutely love that show. I always will. And it used to be better way back when, but I still watch it. The next question is an instant buy author. I have a couple of these. Definitely Taylor Jenkins Reid, because I just discovered her this year and I absolutely love her. Sarah Pacanen and Greer Hendricks, when they work in collaboration with each other. An Anonymous Girl, The Wife Between Us, or The Wife Between, and the most recent one was You Are Not Alone. I just finished that one a couple months ago too. I absolutely love their collaborations and their writing style, and I will pick up anything that they write. And then of course Peter Swanson. I just picked up 8 Perfect Murders. It was in my wrap-up video. I absolutely love all of his work, and I plan to pick up anything he writes. The next question is hobbies besides books. This was a tough one because I don't have a lot of time on my hands. I don't do a lot of stuff other than work, go to school, and read, and then take care of my dogs. But I do have to say I love going outside. I love being outside. I love camping when we're able to. I also like writing on top of my reading. I always have. I did journalism in high school. and I took all of the creative writing classes that were available to me through camp and through high school. And I really do enjoy arts and crafts. I'm a early education teacher, so I'm always doing crafts either around the house or with my kids, or making things for people as gifts. I love painting and putting things together and making pretty art. The next question is a random fact that most people don't know. This is weird because I'm a pretty open book. I guess like BookTube obviously doesn't know that much about me, but most people in my life know pretty much there is to know. I do have some really weird quirks, especially when reading. Like, I'm the type of person that has to have my finger the page behind the book. I don't like hardcover books because they hurt my thumbs if I'm like binge reading. I always take the jacket off of hardcover books because I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, I have a lot of quirks attributed to my reading. Maybe something the booktubers don't know is I should be getting married in September. We'll see if that actually happens. And I guess kind of along the lines of my weird quirks, I have weird episodes of OCD. Like, certain things have to be a certain way. I'm very, very clean and organized. And I'm just like weird about certain things. Maybe most people don't know that I actually film on my phone, and I'm currently waiting to buy a good camera, but I'm just kind of like doing my research because I don't want to make a wrong purchase. That is a pretty big purchase, so we'll see what I do with that. But yeah, I use my iPhone for everything, and it sucks because a lot of the times I run out of storage and I have to delete stuff, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But until I have more subscribers and more followers, that's when I'll probably get a better setup than I have. The next question is your favorite bookish or nerdy swag. Now, I don't have too many, but I will show you. I have an Alice in Wonderland page out of like a dictionary that I absolutely love, and I got it on Amazon, and I've gotten so many compliments on it just from it being on my bookshelf, and I'm so glad. I wish my bookshelf was a little bit bigger so that I could have more of those because they do sell quite a bit. I absolutely love Disney. I want to get as many Disney affiliated book decor that I can, but yeah, I only have this shelf, and then I have my 12 cubes that hold some books, but as for space, it's kind of hard to have a lot of bookish swag. The only other thing I can mention is that back in middle school, maybe even elementary, I read the complete Lemony Snicket's Series of Unfortunate Events. And I used to own the books, but over time they've just got lost or we've sold them, and I couldn't find any of them, but I wanted that collection again, so I'm currently purchasing them here as I go through Thrift Books, Book Outlet, and I want all the hard-covered spines so I can line them up, and I'll show you the picture of the collection that I have already on my bookshelf. The next question is, name a book or a series that you love that no one talks about. For this one, it took me a minute to think of, and then once I realized it, I was like, oh my god, of course, this one. Now, this is a YA series, or duology, but I've never heard anybody talk about them, and I just remember in high school, these were my absolute favorite books, and I actually got it as a gift from my stepfather, who, when he bought it, he's like, Dross doesn't like fishing, why would I get her that book? And it's called Bass Ackwards and Belly Up, and he thought like bass, fish, I don't know. So this is by Sarah Fain and Elizabeth Craft, and then there's also Foot Free and Fancy Loose, which is the the second book for the duology. And I absolutely love these books. They're both about four best friends who are kind of like, they're going to college and kind of trying to find their way in the world. And what I loved about it is because there's not too many books that I've read that follow the main characters after high school. It's usually like the YAs that I read are in high school. So I really love this because I went through a time, obviously, where I was struggling with what I was going to do after high school. So I absolutely love these. I love the relationships that happen in them, and yeah, these will always go down as my favorite. I'm currently trying to reread this one. It is a big book. They both are, actually. But yeah, these will always be two of my favorites, and I don't hear about them from anyone. So I'm actually really excited to jump back into this and hopefully build the hype for them. The next question is your favorite booktubers. Now, Gabby Reads is actually the first booktuber I ever came across, and I think I was looking up like thriller suggestions or recommendations, and I didn't even think that YouTube had a whole community like this. And Gabby was the first one to pop up. Actually, it was Gabby and Elias, sorry. And Gabby and Elias were the first two to pop up. And I read everything they recommended in those videos. We have a lot of similar tastes. And then shortly after I learned about Gabby, I learned about Kayla from Books and Lala. Absolutely love her channel. So she's one of my favorites. I always watch whatever she puts out. And then after like doing some more research in the booktube community, I found Jacqueline from Weeby Bookin'. We have a lot of similar tastes. And then from her channel, I found Reading with Jess, who also a lot of the same opinions, which I thought was really cool. And then I also really like Noelle Gallagher. I just stumbled upon her page. She's just really fun to listen to because she has, I think it's an Irish accent, and I love her channel. And then Bookables, I can't remember her name, but she's one of my favorite channels. She reads a lot of YA and a lot of the new arcs, and I get a lot of my recommendations from her as well. So the last thing is to tag a few people. Now again, my channel is so small, as you see, just starting out. I think I started back in March, so I'm trying to build my way out into the booktube community. So I wasn't sure who to tag, but I thought Jess from Reading with Jess might enjoy this tag, as well as Jacqueline from Weeby Bookin'. They are two booktubers that I said I really enjoy watching. I have a lot in common with, and I usually take a lot from their recommendation videos and buy them and read them. And yeah, they have both made the booktube experience really great. So, and then I have to say that for everybody who I've found on booktube, like, I am just so glad that I found this community, because I don't have a lot of people in my life who enjoy reading or take it as seriously as I do and set goals for themselves and do fun like games and tags and even make videos about them. So I'm very, very happy to be a part of this community, and I hope to grow my channel and make more friends in the community, and hopefully this tag will kind of kickstart a little bit of that. Yeah, I'm going to try to tag Jess from Reading with Jess and Jacqueline from Weeby Bookin'. Hopefully they can get to this and enjoy it as much as I did. Thank you all for watching so much. And thank you to Witch Kittens Reads for creating this tag. I feel like it was really fun. It was a more intimate experience where you're not just talking about books. Like I said, I'm on the floor this time, way more into trying to get into that friendly atmosphere, I guess. So thank you so much for watching again, and please subscribe, follow, comment below, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!